Hello y'all, Connor here. Welcome back to another video on the 240 wagon. And where I left off, I was grinding these areas down. I said I will check in, but then I ended up making it a two-parter to clear off my phone space, to be honest. But we got it pretty cleaned. Still have some rubbers, but now it's time for holes. That one is a drain hole. There again is a small spot and a couple along here. Oh, there's one. Yeah, and another one, a couple big ones, and I'll show you how to fix it. Well, definitely not how to, but how I'm going to, now that I think about it, because there's going to be someone who will say, yeah, that's not how you do it. Well, if it works, it works. All right, so I pre-cut a hole, or pre-cut it a little bit, just to show you. It's right there. And that will go into this hole here. And I think I'm going to use like a JBWeld like glue stick, if you know what I mean. I'll show you in just a sec. All right, so here we have JBWeld Super Weld Extreme. It's kind of like a glue. I'm going to put the patch in here and then glue the edge so that it holds in place. And then I'm going to use JBWeld stick to fill it. And then I'm going to sand it when it's all dried. And that should be pretty strong. It's supposed to be as strong as steel. So let's get the time-lapse going. All right, so that's the first of the big patches. I'm gonna put one more there, and I think that is all there is for gigantic holes. So I'm just gonna heat this up with my heat gun, because that is glue that I had just put there. And I want it to cure a little quicker. This is low heat, low blow. I'm not gonna... Ooh, I can smell the fumes off that now. But yeah, no, I'm not gonna use high heat, high fan. If I did that, it would just probably blow this out, but it should cure very quickly. Today's just a colder day, so I'm just gonna give it a little bit of agitation with that and then move on to the next. I'm gonna do that on my own right there, and then I'll be back when I'm doing like some filler work and whatnot. All right, so I got the second patch in. The first one still hasn't finished drying on the glue. But I have started a little bit of Bondo areas, like here, there, and let's go around. I also have a heater on the bigger areas, which are here and here, because it's supposed to be around 70 degrees. I applied it with my fingers, if you can't tell. I just dabbed some from, it was this right here. I dabbed it. It's not a mixer, it's pre-mixed. Dabbed it in, rubbed it. I made sure to have some high spots on it. You can see on there's a high spot. That's good, so I can sand it down. And if there's still like a bit of a hole, you know, I could fill it in again. I was gonna show it, but I just didn't. There's another spot there. And hello, I just saw my shop kitty. Oh, hey, you come back here. Hi, shop kitty. Come here, girl. Come here. No? Okay. I'm still waiting for these to dry, and then I will show you how I am going to use a little bit of the steel stick. All right, so it has been a few hours. I've already pre-sanded this. I just threw the heater over by the glue area. Yeah, there are some low spots, like right here. It kind of dips in a little, so I'll add some more there. Here's actually looking pretty good. I'm probably just, there is a little bit of wetness to it, so I'm gonna let that sit a little longer. I haven't touched these areas because the heater was not on it, but they are still like putty. There's a couple more holes. Let me show you how I was filling them. All right, so I was using the glazing spot putty. I would take it with my finger here. Obviously, I don't think this is the best way to put in Bondo, but for what I need on this Volvo, see, like that, it's kind of a little bit difficult to fill the hole. There we go. A little bit more. And again, we're sanding it down and probably putting a secondary layer on some of them. This hole here, I might try to blend with the steel stick. It is just way too close to here. There is a little tiny pinhole right there, which I'm gonna definitely use Bondo. There is still a little bit of rust underneath, but since this is outside of the window seal area, I am not going to be using that grinder. I will use like a DA polisher with a grinder head on it, because I don't want to cut deep into this. I want to keep the body line. I was just reviewing the footage and I realized you guys could not see that whole thing, but you could see my action, so that is what it will look like. See how it has a high spot? Same over here and all the way along on all the little tiny holes. All right, y'all, so it's been probably about 2-3 days now. The Bondo is definitely fully cured, as you can tell. It's been very cold, so I really haven't checked in. I haven't touched this yet. As I promised, I will do my best to show you how I'm going to do it. So we are using the JBWeld steel stick, steel reinforced putty. So how do we use the steel stick? What we're going to do is we're going to cut the amount that we need for this area, maybe a little bit more. I'm going to be grinding down, and I'm going to assume maybe about that much I should cut off for now. So a little bit more is okay. Put the stick to the side. All right, so we got our little cut piece, and all you have to do, mush it together with your fingers until the black and the gray conform to one. Stuff doesn't smell that good. I don't know if you've ever worked with this or if you need to know, but it does not smell very good. And it's looking like we're getting it down to being like a charcoal color. The mix doesn't really smell that good. I guess it does say iron, you know, skin bad. Don't eat it. All right, then we're gonna put it over the, you know what? Actually, we don't need that much. Okay, I took half of it off, putting that to the side. The other half, let's see. All right, probably, yeah, just throw it in like that. Make sure it forms over. It's probably way too much, to be honest. Definitely did not need that much. But again, it's going to take probably another day or two to settle. There is a decent size hole right in this area here, which I have had good experience with the Bondo, but there is nothing backing it, so I will put a little bit more of the putty. Take some of that. Take some of the putty that was overshared. Just gonna scrape it with my fingernail. Form it over the hole. There we go. Now it's looking a little bit more it's looking more formed to the body now. And yep, that looks pretty good to me. There is a smaller hole here, which I might have to come back to. I want to grind down this area, and I'll show you why. All right, so in this area, as you can see, there is a little bit of this material sticking up because I did have a big issue with fitting it and holding it in place. So I'm gonna have to grind this down right here and then fill it in with the putty as well. There are also a couple holes, which I think I am gonna have to use the putty, but at least I can fill it with that one piece I have off to the side. So this will be worked on later. This will be worked on now. I'll show you me sanding down some of the Bondo that I have not gotten to yet. All right, so I'm using a higher grit. I am using 220, and that should be good enough just to knock off the top layers of this Bondo all the way around to the few spots that I have. And all you have to do is take the sandpaper and just sand it down nice and smooth like. You can see it's smoothing down. Do a little bit more. Remember, you can always fill in again. As Bob Ross would say, happy little mistakes. And I'm pretty sure that's getting quite smooth right there. A little bit more to go. There. But we still have it.